Hello everyone. Uh, Today is 18th of December. Now it's almost 1 o'clock Moscow time, middle of the day. And yeah, let's make one more video and talk about some news that are making headlines in Russian media outlets. Before I start, I will listen to one of the subscribers who wrote me yesterday that I should ask in every video viewers to subscribe or push that like button or leave some commentary or may even share link to this video or to the channel with the friends, and that way I may have more chances to reach wider audience. And so I'm asking you, if you can, please do it. That's been said, let's go and check some news. I did already open some media outlets, and there is some interesting news we can talk about. So I hope you will find this video interesting. Let's start with this news. This is RBK news agency. Here we have information that Minister of Defense of Russia, Shoigu, Sergei Shoigu has visited armed forces that are on the front lines in a zone of special military operation. His visit was some kind of inspection of readiness of military units, and here information is saying that he not just visited forces far away from the front line, but he visited units directly on the front line too, and had some talks with officers and soldiers there. We don't have details when this visit took place, but I assume that was like yesterday or maybe day before. Of course, for security reason, information was open for public just today. So information also saying that Shoigu did mention logistical issues and give orders to do maximum to improve supply of military units with all necessary equipment that they need. That's kind of admission that there is some problems with logistics, but as I understand, some issues were resolved. I mean, for last month or two, you're gonna see less and less videos on Telegram channels or on any other social platforms about units that are complaining that they did not receive equipment or weapons or some other necessary stuff. So it must be some improvement in logistics, but this visit, for in my understanding, is important not just because defense minister needs to know what is going on the front line and what kind of problems military units are dealing with, but This information is important because, as you know, in my yesterday's video, I did talk about possibility that Shoigu may leave defense ministry. So probably he himself knew that or knows that his position is quite fragile right now, and maybe he's trying to somehow defend himself to show Putin or to public that he's engaged and he's risking his life too, like visiting frontline. But in my understanding, it's too late. And in practical terms, to rise level of psychological readiness, or to rise morale in army and even in society as a whole. There must be some significant changes in military leadership, and Putin probably understands that. So I think it's only a matter of time, and Shoigu will be forced to resign. He may receive some other position in some other ministry. Or I don't know, man. He may receive some position in some state-run corporation, but he will most definitely leave defense ministry. Same I can say about head of general staff, Gerasimov. And probably next defense ministry will be a military person with history in Russian armed forces, because as you know, Shoigu from different field, he is not military person. He don't have history of serving in Soviet military or Russian military. He just become defense minister straight away, and many people didn't like it. Let's be honest. So yeah, that's first information, that Shoigu did visit frontline, and as I said, in my understanding, that's attempt from him to somehow secure his position, or at least because he probably do understand that it's too late for him to keep his office, but maybe he's this time trying to somehow improve his image in eyes of society. Who knows, man? But that's the one of the news that I did think to talk about with you. So let's go and talk some other information. Here we have TASS news agency, and I did choose this topic, this headline to talk about. Here, Russian ambassador in the United States Anatoly Antonov is saying that United States is losing cautiousness. United States is losing instinct of self. How you say it? Самосохранение. Let me translate it for you. United States is losing an instinct of self-preservation because of actions of Washington, for which US is more and more involved in conflict in Ukraine. And this is probably, I mean, you can agree with the Russian ambassador, because lately we are receiving information that Washington is considering not just sending to Ukraine Patriot air defense systems, but also some long-range missiles to HIMARS systems. There are information about some other deployments of U.S. weapons in Ukraine, and I mean, of course, everyone does understands that these systems, particularly, let's say, Patriot defense systems, they are so complex that they should be operated by US or NATO specialists, or at least some private companies that are some Western private military companies that are having have within its staff specialists with expertise of operating these systems. Anyway, they will be citizens of NATO member states. And as Moscow says many times, if US deploys these, for example, Patriot systems in Ukraine, they will become a legitimate target for Russia, and they will be destroyed, which means stuff that operates those systems will be eliminated too. So of course, when US may end up in a situation when more and more American citizens are dying in Ukraine, and at certain point including because of level of anti-Russian or Russophobic propaganda in the USA, at certain point even American society may demand some actions from the USA, from US government, or including direct involvement. And then we have a possible nuclear war between Russia and the USA, or Russia and NATO member states. And and there will be no winners in that scenario. At least this should be easy enough topic to understand for American elites, because it seems like they are losing their mind. It seems like they don't know history, they don't know nothing about Russia, because otherwise they would act more carefully, because just take Russian history, man. Many empires and many super strong states for that time try to decapitate Russia, but eventually Russia did take him out, all of them. So that's what's gonna happen every time, and in Washington they should be careful, man, because it seems like they have no idea who are they dealing with. So in this case, I do fully agree with the Russian ambassador. It definitely looks like American elites, call it deep state or whatever, They are losing their mind and the instinct of self-preservation. They are risking too much, and that's not good enough for anybody, really. You know. So yeah, this is it, man. Let's go and talk about some other news. Here we have quite strange information which has been published. I mean, in Russian media outlets yesterday, late afternoon, and today on some pages. Here we have statement from here we have a statement from Arestovich. This clown is an advisor to the head of the office of the president of Ukraine, Alexei Arestovich. This animal did looks like did made a statement with the interview that Ukraine did try to kill head of Russian General Staff Gerasimov when he did visit frontline. And Arestovich also said that United States were against these kind of actions, and the United States even warned Kiev to not take any actions against Gerasimov. And this information is, I mean, this was in autumn, or in no. This happened like few months ago. We are talking about time scale is like few months ago. There is no exact information, but they are talking that this incident took place in April or May. You know, without, I mean, no further details are given, but Arestovich is saying that Gerasimov did visit Izium, which was under Russian control at the time, and Kiev did know about this, and they tried to take him out unsuccessfully. And Arestovich also saying that, I mean, Washington also knew about this, and even though Washington did not give information to Kiev about visit of Gerasimov, that's what Arestovich is saying. Washington, once they realized that Kiev knew, Washington did strongly recommend to Kiev, to Zelensky's regime, to do nothing against Gerasimov. That's quite interesting, yet again, I mean, information, in the sense that, if you remember yesterday, man, I just talked about possibility that Shoigu, defense minister, and the head of general staff, Gerasimov, may leave their positions. And straight away, I mean, like yesterday, late afternoon, I did see this kind of news. And I was thinking, you know, why on earth Washington will strongly recommend to Zelensky's Nazi regime to do nothing against Gerasimov? You know, what kind of connection Washington has with Gerasimov? And that's one point. And second point is, why Arestovich is talking about this now? Not months ago, not 3 months ago, or 5 months ago, but now. So, I mean, yet again, maybe because in Kiev, I'm not saying that Gerasimov definitely has some connections with Zelensky's Nazi regime or with Washington, for example, because I don't know, but it seems strange that Washington was trying to somehow save life for Gerasimov, according to statement of Arestovich. And the time scale when Arestovich is talking about it, yet again, interesting, because what should Russian public think when they see information that, look at it, man. I mean, they try to kill Gerasimov, he must be, what kind of reaction this information should provoke in society. Some people may definitely think that, if they try to take out Gerasimov, he must be good general, he must do something right. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I mean, in my understanding, it's very strange time scale that this information was published is very strange, because right now Gerasimov is probably in a position, in a spot when he almost definitely are losing his job as a head of general staff. But yet again, I mean, maybe this is I don't know. I cannot. I should be careful when I'm talking about many topics, and I should carefully choose my words. But at least I can say that for me it seems like Ukraine is very much interested in Ukraine. They will have no problems if Gerasimov stays as a head of general staff. Because they should be, happy with performance of Gerasimov, because under his command, Russian army was struggling. That's at least, that's at least what I can say. Under command of Gerasimov and his encirclement, Russian army definitely did struggle with this special military operation, and he is head of general staff. All plans that Russian army are conducting are made in general staff under leadership of this General Gerasimov. So of course Ukraine should be interested to keep this person in his office, because he is fucking incompetent animal, man, for God's sake, man. I should be careful, yeah, but fuck him, man. Because of this bitch, so many soldiers die, man. Fuck's sake, man. He is a traitor, man. He should be shot for treason. That's what I think, for God's sake. Yeah, excuse me for emotions, but I do believe 100% that Gerasimov is a traitor. I'm sure 100% that he is a traitor to Russian society. And he committed treason. He is an incompetent animal and should be punished by death. Because of him, hundreds and thousands of Russian citizens died. That's true. Okay, let's go and check some other news. Here we have RIA Novosti news agency, and that's latest news here is that Zelensky's Nazi regime shelled Donetsk again. Some 40 missiles from multi-launch systems was shot in direction of city. So right now there is no information about casualties, but when 40 missiles are hitting city with thousands, tens of thousands of civilians, of course, it's always terrifying. Yeah. Here, this is Lentalu. Here we have information that this is a in political. Probably you're familiar with that kind of media outlet. Did publish some analytics probably, and they did in that material Politico did said that Russia is still leading power in Arctic region, and yes, for some people in the West that may be surprised, but for me it's like, okay, that's how it's supposed to be, because Russia is Arctic state, you know, and Russia has more nuclear icebreakers and more infrastructure on Arctic than any other country or all other countries combined. So of course Russia is a leading powerhouse in Arctic region, and it should stay that way because it's logical. It's just logical, you know. So yes, yet again, man, I'd like to apologize because I was a little bit emotional a few minutes ago, but you know, this is life, man. This is life. So probably this is it for now. I hope you find today's video interesting, and if so, I will ask you again to leave some commentary, to push that like button. That will greatly help, as I understand, with YouTube algorithm. And please share my links to my channel or my videos with your friends who may interesting in politics or geopolitics or independent channels from Russia, and that will also help to reach wide audience. This is it for now. Have a nice day and take care. See you tomorrow.